right, good evening, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite pastimes. That's fishing. I don't know if any of y'all have ever fished. What I want to do is one of the first things you should learn when fishing is how to tie your lure or your bait on. So basically, what I got here, first thing you're going to need is your lure. Today I'm using a key ring, just a little bit bigger so you can see it a little bit better. And then I'm using, for the fishing line, I'm using twine. So basically, there's millions of knots, countless knots fishermen use to tie their baits with. It's usually personal preference. There's a couple reasons why you use one knot over the other, but today I will be demonstrating two of the most popular knots and the easiest knots, especially if you've never fished before. This will get you in to fishing and basically will cover about any situation. The two knots we're going to talk about is improved clinch knot and a Palomar knot. So let's get into it. So basically, first one we're going to do is the improved clinch. So what you're going to do for the improved clinch knot, you're going to have your fishing line. This is the twine taking place, and then you're going to have your lure. Every lure or every hook has an eyelet, which is a round piece that you tie your line to. This is going to be the eyelet. So for the improved clinch, you're going to take your line, your eyelet, you're going to pass the line through the eyelet. Pass your line through the eyelet till you got about 6 inches or so. So once you got 6 inches on the end through the eyelet, this is called the tag end. You're going to take the tag end, you're going to kind of line it up with the main line, and you're going to take the tag end and you're going to spin it around the main line 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now that you got it turned around, you got it wrapped around the tag line, wrapped around the main line 6 times, you're going to take the tag end and go to the very close, the loop closest to your eyelet. You're going to pass it through, and then you're going to pull tight. Just pull it just a little bit. Once it's started cinching up, you're going to take the tag in and pass it through the far loop, like this. And then you can pull it tight. There you go. Now that you have your improved clinch, take a pair of scissors, cut your tag in close as you can to your knot, and you're ready to go. This knot's very strong, very easy, very quick. And this is usually the beginner knot. This is the first knot everyone learns. Next, we're going to go to the Palomar knot. The Palomar knot, it's not as common, but still fairly common. Palomar knots are better for a thinner line because it tightens up. Sometimes with this clinch knot, smaller diameter lines, they slip. It slips through and it comes off easy. So the Palomar knot's very tight and your lure is not going to come off. So same thing, you'll take your fishing line, your eyelet of your lure or your hook. What you're going to do is you're going to take your line and put them parallel till you got about 6 inches. Once you do that, you take it and you make a loop. Take the loop, pass it through your eyelet. Once you pass it through your eyelet, you're going to make a common just overhand knot. So take the eyelet, and there you go. So now that you have this little overhand knot, don't pull it tight. This is important. Don't pull it tight. You're going to leave it looped like that, and then you're going to take this loop and you're going to pass the lure or the hook, the whole thing through that eyelet or through that loop. Once you do that, now you can pull it tight. Most of the time, you should wet it. You either lick it, dip it in water. For demonstration purposes, this is twine. I'm not going to do that. So once you wet the line, it just helps it cinch up a little tighter. You just kind of pull it tight, and there you go. That's your Palomar knot. Easy, simple, strong, and because it bunches up like that, it's better for that thinner diameter line. And then you just cut your tag in, and you're good to go. Both these knots are very effective. They work well just in about any scenario. The only thing I would choose the clinch knot for over a Palomar is your thicker line. It's easier to cinch up the thicker line. The Palomar knot can kind of get bunched up with the thicker stuff. And then the Palomar knot is good for the thinner line, stuff that slips through easy because it bunches up and locks in pretty tight. But like I said, these can apply to just about any scenario. And if you know these are two of the most common. And if you know these should cover you just about anywhere. I use them every day that I fish. I honestly don't think there's any other knot that I actually use other than these two. So good luck, and I hope you guys get to, if you don't fish, you get to try it someday and try these knots out, and you know, you'll be happy with it, and you'll never lose that big monster fish if you hook into them. Thank you.